Well, hello, hello, hello. I know it's been a little bit since I've last done the stream, but with the holidays and stuff, things can become quite unexpected. Like working an extra hour of overtime. Oh god, I'm so tired. Well, anyways, greetings, creatures and humans alike. I am MagiQDog, and tonight we will be doing an art stream. However, this stream is going to be quite different because tonight we'll be doing an art gallery, or a galleria as some will say. Now, this art gallery that I represent is basically showing all of my artworks that are related to mythical or magical creatures that I have created throughout the years. And I'm talking about like back from my college days too. You're pretty much going to see some artworks that I've never really shown on stream before, so it's going to be quite a treat. Um, but yeah, before we do that though, let's do a little bit of chatting, okay? I hope y'all had a really good Thanksgiving and stuff, and I know I did. I gotta say, we have had turkey and ham for days. Ugh. But it was good. Um, speaking of which, I'm gonna get some chocolate lasagna later on after the stream too. Even though it is kind of late into the night, but a little midnight snack won't really hurt. But yeah, I hope y'all's Thanksgivings was really good too. Um, I know for over here in the U.S., we celebrate Thanksgiving a lot more. In fact, I don't think there's a whole lot of countries out there that celebrates it. Forgive me if I am wrong, but that's just how I've pretty much learned about Thanksgiving because I'm from America and America's education system and education about other countries are kind of eh. But anyways, the Thanksgiving turned out really good. We got to eat pretty good. I did woke up because let's see, it ended up. So let me explain this. So Daddy wasn't able to show up this year, so I pretty much stuck around and stuff, and ended up waking up because Mama was screaming because she accidentally spilled some juice from the ham. So I rushed out of bed and stuff to help her out with all that. And I stayed awake to help her out with the rest of the cooking and stuff, which she was pretty much done with most of the stuff. Which I did told her that if she needed me just to get me up and stuff, but she was able to take care of most of it by herself. Still should have gotten up though. But then again, even though I took melatonin and stuff that night, I don't know what it is, but melatonins no longer work for me like they used to anymore. But anyways, after that, my sister and the girls and my brother-in-law showed up. We all ate pretty good. Um, Hopefully, Daddy ate really good as well. He hasn't come back from his trucking business and stuff, but he should be back. Hopefully next week or so, which we'll all be super happy for that. We got to eat. We got to watch part of the Macy's parade in New York. Um, the girls ended up they pretty much ended up spending most of the day at the house and stuff. And I gotta say, they were truly rambunctious. uh, but I love them. Absolutely love them. Let's see. After that, they pretty much left so my sister and them can give the girls a bath and stuff. And I pretty much got to do some stuff here and there before I had to go to my sister's house because my sister and my mom, they ended up going to a store and stuff that were kind of doing like a special sale, and I had to help out my brother-in-law with watching the girls, which I only watched them for about an hour, hour and a half because I had to take melatonin so that way I could get to bed to go for the Black Friday sale that was that morning. And speaking of which, oh my god, the Black Friday sales! I will be so happy when this weekend is over with, because then we only got Cyber Monday to deal with, and then we are done for this year. It has been hell. Do not work in retail store. Do not work during Black Friday. It is not good for you. The only thing I am excited about for this year is that we get a big discount bonus during our which will be coming up next week. So I'll be super excited. In fact, you'll see how super excited because of this. But anyways, yeah, gonna be spending a lot of stuff, which I already mentioned on a previous stream. But in case y'all miss it, yeah, I'm gonna be getting a lot of cool stuff. I'm gonna get like a second monitor. That way I can put up some programs and stuff, and my game and stuff too. And I'm gonna get a brand new keyboard because this keyboard has about had it. In fact, listen, it's just done. Anyways, I think I wasted enough time with chatting and stuff, so let's go on ahead and get started with this Galleria, shall we? So, scoot, 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 scoot. So, before I bring this up, I will go on ahead and tell you about the Galleria stuff. These are not in order based on date, because some of them I've kind of forgotten what year I made them and stuff. They are in order based on names. And during the Galleria, I'll tell you the name of the work. I'll tell you an estimated time of when I finished the project. I'll tell you the reasoning for the artwork. And I'll pretty much tell you what inspired me to create the artwork. Okay? So with that, let's go on ahead and get this started, shall we? Let's see. And boop. Here we go. And the first one we're starting with is Arachnohorse. So, this artwork is pretty much based off of a demon called Arachnohorse, which is basically a half horse, half spider, half scorpion, and all demonic monstrosity right here. I pretty much decided to do this during the Halloween stream, which was, I think it was last year that I done the Halloween stream for it. Yeah, I think so. Or was it this year? I can't remember. Anyways, I just done it for a Halloween stream. Now, um, pretty much, what's on right here is the arachnohorse just resting on some spider webs that you can see in the background and stuff. And what inspired me? Truth be told, it's just my creativity running loose. Before I learned about these type of fearsome critters that are actually half horse and half spiders, which, yeah, turns out there are fearsome critters like that. Uh, it's just okay. So we'll talk. The inspiration of it just kind of clicked to me. I'm a very creative person and stuff, so this thing just popped into my head and I just had to draw it. Now, for Lord Rise with my character, let's say that me and my friends actually fought against this demon during one of our missions. So we got that. Now, for number 2, Ashura Warrior. Okay, so this is actually the first art stream that I've ever done with my character. And I gotta say, I am absolutely loving this. It's one of my more favorite ones that I've done. Let's see. In this case, they're in a mission where I had to stop against an army of Rakshaka demons. I ended up developing a new hybrid form, which is Ashura Warrior. Basically got the giant body and Ashura body parts. And as you can see, I'm pretty much letting the Ashura side influence me a little bit, just a little bit, while I'm also using powerful elemental spells and shooting laser beams from my mouth. And as you can see, the Rakshaka demons are having a very bad day. This one right here, I kind of base off of Aqua from Konosuba a little bit with the face. Let's see. Now, I pretty much know that I've done this a little over a year ago, because this was about the time when I first started doing my VTubing streams. And the inspiration, just remembering back from my adventuring days, I decided to showcase what I've done. and to kind of show how powerful of an adventurer I was back in the day. Real talk, however, I just wanted to show off my character a bit. Anyways, back to the lore. Let's see. So with this, I'm using lightning swords, I'm using fire swords, and I'm using earth swords, which are pretty much like giant rock boulders. But yeah, this was a really cool artwork that I did. Took me a couple of streams to complete it. Although the last stream, my photo lab kind of crashed on me, so I lost a lot of progress with the Rashaka demons. But I decided to call it quits there, and I worked on it, and then eventually I was able to release it. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's go to number 3. And, Eros, God of Love. So, this here is another artwork that I done during my stream and stuff. As you can see, I pretty much draw Eros, the Greek god of love, or we could say Cupid, which I think is the Roman equivalent. Or is Eros a Roman equivalent? No, I'm pretty sure Eros is a Greek. Anyways, as you can see, he's pretty much up in the air and he's about to fire his love arrows to unexpected victims. I mean, destined lovers. And let's see. Like I said, I've pretty much drawn him. He was one of the more recent ones that I've done. I think I've pretty much drawn this right before I had to do that big hiatus that I done. And the inspiration, I think I wanted to do something for Valentine's Day, even though I'm not really a big fan of it myself. So I decided to draw the god of love himself preparing to shoot some people. Anyways, it actually took quite a bit to make him and stuff. Mainly because I was trying to figure out how he'll look and stuff and all that. Don't think I've ever met the god of love himself, lore wise. But based on Greek statues and all that kind of stuff and some old artworks and stuff, like ancient artworks, I think this right here is a pretty good depiction of him. Alright. And for number 4, oh, okay, this is good. So, this is actually not a mythical creature. This is actually more of an alien itself. I call this thing the Fungi Walker. Now, this is more of like a character work that I did, or a beast work. As you can see, it's pretty much like a crystallized mushroom-like creature that has the 4 legs that are kind of like insectoids. And it has these multiple mouths that are pretty much like 2 worm tentacle kind of things. It also looks like it has some crystallizations with it as well. Now, I pretty much came up, this thing pretty much came to me years ago, like back in high school kind of deal. And the inspiration of it, let's see, I want to say lore wise. Let's just say that my character had to deal with some alien business during one mission and stuff. Which, yes, in my universe, aliens are real as well. They're not really a high focus kind of thing, just some creatures that exist from the natural world or the human realm, to be honest. Now, real talk inspiration? This thing just came up to me in a dream. Well, not even a dream. One night I was just trying to go to sleep, and then suddenly my brain went into hyperactive mode, and this was the first thing that I thought of before thinking of some other rare creatures. Like there was this turtle dragon kind of thing that had like 3 heads and stuff, but it was kind of alien looking. But this thing was the first one, and I loved its design so much that I decided to draw it. And then in college, I pretty much refined it, and that's what I came up with back in college. So this thing is pretty cool. I could just imagine this thing being like on some weird alien planet with like crystal formations and stuff. And you could just see this thing walking about. I think this thing is really cool. So, anyways, with that out of the way, the Ghostly Maiden. Now, I've actually drawn this thing back in college and stuff. They're in a life drawing class where we had like an actual model up there and stuff. But anyways, this artwork is pretty much about a ghostly woman that looks kind of normal at first, but then you notice that she has no eyes, just pure blackness, as if she's staring into the very depths of your soul. Now then, uh, what was a few points I was thinking of? Let's see, the name, the description, the time zone that I've done, um, what's it about, which that's kind of, oh well, I'll worry about that later. Anyways, like I said, I drawn this back in college and stuff, so it was a long time ago. And for the inspiration, like I said, it was a life drawing class, and we've drawn this woman that was out there and stuff. But I decided to add my own touch because I couldn't really get the eyes back then. The eyes were kind of more of a hard thing for me, so I just blacked them out. So I just ended up making the ghostly maiden. A bit lazy, I know, but it works. Now then, the gladiator versus chimera. Now, this is actually a really good artwork that I worked on. So, we have a gladiator back from ancient Greek time, and he is in a big coliseum surrounded by a bunch of citizens and stuff, as he has to face off against a fire breathing chimera. Now, um, I pretty much drawn this thing kind of back in college and stuff. But I decided that after college, probably a few years afterwards, I decided to refine it and make it way better. And it turned out pretty good. Um, I will admit, it could it could use a few touches here and there, but I think it works out overall. And the inspiration for it, um, I think I was just bored there in one class, and I decided just to draw this and stuff. Or it might have been a project one and two. I can't really remember. But I kind of looked back into some of my old artworks and stuff, and I found it, and I was like, I can make this way better. So I went on Photoshop, redrawn everything, and I think it came out pretty good. I like how I done the fire and stuff with the goat, the lion, and the snake tail. The only thing I don't really like is the people in the background, because I will admit, I just kind of done some copy and paste for some characters. You could probably guess a few, like these two right here and those two. But hey, I was in a rush to try to get it done. If I were to remake it though, I would probably have it to where it's more refined in my modern art style and probably do more things with the people and stuff. Anyways, let's move on. Okay. Now, this here is the only abstract art that I've ever done in my life. And I called this thing Land of Strange Creatures. So, this artwork, which is abstract art, so you can pretty much interpret it what you want. But for me, what I see is a wilderness kind of area full of very strange and unique creatures. For example, right here, I could totally see a green dragon. Let's see. And right there is a samurai shrimp. Like a shrimp that looks like a samurai because of the tail right there. Right here is some kind of strange hippo that has, like, right here's a hippo head. Right here is some kind of weird horns or wings. And then you have like a black body right there. Let's see. Let's see. I think I see like a skull right there, which you could say like a giant skull monster. Uh, right there you could see kind of like a black giraffe-like creature with a horn on top of his head. Right here you could see some type of wilderness man with an orange head. That's kind of like a horn right there. Right there you can see like a purple waterfall. And where's the horse? Oh, there it is. There's a green unicorn like horse right there. and right below it is a kangaroo monster with a I want to say that's a leg, and I'm gonna say it's a leg. Don't need to go into any other further explanation. But anyways, yeah. Um, I pretty much this was back in college and stuff because of an art project, and that's pretty much the inspiration of it as well. I pretty much done this as an art project, and it's actually funny how I done this. So I decided to do like a unique approach to it because this was like a abstract project, and I wanted to do something a bit different. So the canvas itself is actually an old plywood, and I decided to fill up balloons with paint. And I was going to take my bow and arrow, and yes, I own a bow and arrow, and I was going to shoot at it. However, it did not work like that. Mainly because one, I missed, and two, the arrow actually went through the plywood and stuff, and I didn't want to fill this thing with holes. So, I decided to take another approach. I just filled up the balloons and stuff and just thrown it at it. Just creating all kinds of wacky stuff. Um, Now, my family, like my sister, wanted to help and they kind of did, but I kind of got upset because I was supposed to do it myself. I will admit, I was acting kind of spoiled back then, but I do appreciate their help. But yeah, um, I think I got a pretty good grade out of this. I didn't know what to really call it back then, so I just call it like my abstract art. But now, after seeing all the creatures and stuff, I decided to name it the Land of Strange Creatures, and I think that name fits in pretty well. Now, this artwork is actually hanging up in one of the spare rooms. We didn't know where to put it and stuff, so we just decided to hang up in the bathroom. I always make a joke like, "What? You think my art is shit or something, so you put it in the bathroom?" I feel sad now. I feel like I'm dishing my own artwork. Anyways, let's move on. Okay. Now, this is more of a recent artwork. This here is the Manta Bonga versus Emila Intoka. So, here in one of the wilderness areas back from my homeland, we have two powerful cryptic creatures. You have the Manta Bonga, a giant elephant slash cow like creature with four incisors. And then you have the Emila Intoka, a neon a neo dinosaurian like creature that's kind of like a rhinoceros and a triceratops kind of thing. And the two of them are duking it out in an intense battle. Let's see, you got the grass area right there, then you got the kind of like a rainbow forest back there. But yeah, um, I pretty much drawn this last year, and I think it really was the last year because I know it was kind of closer to the end of the year before I finished this project up. And my inspiration, so during one of the stories that I'm kind of working on, I actually have like a thing where these two were kind of fighting, and I decided to do, hey, why not just make that into an artwork? And that'll be kind of like a lore drop right there. So I decided to do it. Now, I'm not going to mention anything further about that and stuff. It's just more something that you guys will have to wait later on if I can ever get it built up. God, I really hope I can make my comics. Please let me make my comics. I just I just need a few things. That's all I need. Anyways, but yeah, that's pretty much that. It did took me a couple of streams to make it work. I'm really proud of the graphs that I did. In fact, this is one of my more prouder artworks. I really like how the two creatures are appearing in this. Like you could tell that they're actually about to fight. And I really like the grass that I done. I think the grass turned out pretty good. Um, will admit the trees are kind of like but really like how the mountains turn out. I think they turned out pretty good. Now then, on to the next one. Oh, there we go. Mick the Weremouse. So, this is a good one. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the inspiration of it first. So, when the first Mickey Mouse finally entered public domain, I had to do a stream where I draw my own version of it. And this is what I come up with. It was just one stream, which I think is on YouTube and stuff if you guys want to go check it out. Which, truth be told, my other artworks and stuff that I've done for streams, they're on my YouTube page if you guys want to go check that out. Anyways, so I pretty much came up with a rough design real quick, and then I drawn it on stream, did like the simple coloring, didn't even do any shadings and stuff because, this was back on Steamboat, really. And I think it turned out really, really good. In fact, I even came up with lore for this character. So, Mick the Weremouse. Mick is a weremouse who lives on the high seas off the coast of Atlantis. Both a fisherman and a captain of his own steamboat he calls the Sea Willy. He makes a living by sailing the seas and fishing off its bounty. He mainly hunts down beasts like sea serpents, krakens, half-goofas, and other large and giant sea beasts. He's able to hunt down these giants due to the fact that he was once a soldier. But despite his dangerous lifestyle, he is a kind soul who's willing to help out anyone in need. He even overrides on his steamboat whenever he can. So yeah, and I just came up with that on the top of my head to be honest with you. Like, when I heard that it was finally open domain, this character instantly popped up in my head, and I was even able to figure out a lore for him. Like I said, I'm a very creative person. Let's see. Okay, so Nip of the Clouds. As you can see, we got a bit of a cloud nip, or a sky nip, whichever one you want to say. Uh, can't remember the exact species names, but it's a nip. And she's just chillaxing on a cloud that she made, pretty much enjoying the sun, and kind of cover up, which I think it'll be fine like that. I'm not for sure. Anyways, this is another art project that I did back in college. Although it was another life drawing thing, but I decided to remake it into like a mythical aspect. And the inspiration is trying to get a good grade in college. But of course, I decided to rework it and stuff, and I ended up creating it as a nip that's just resting on a cloud. There's nothing else to really say about this. So, ah, don't look. It's fine. I got a cover bar. Okay, so this one is the sleeping the kid echidna. I can never pronounce that word right. Anyways, back in the land of Greece, we have Echidna herself taking a nap upon a lovely hill surrounded by wildflowers, while having Mount Olympus in the background with a giant storm cloud around it. Wonder what's going on there. Ooh. Anyways, I pretty much made this artwork back in college as well. And this was the inspiration of it is because I just kind of got bored and I just wanted to create something. So I did like a kind of like a sketchwork of it. And I liked it so much that after college, I decided to go back into it and rework it. And I think it turned out pretty good. Let's see. Although, I mean, I there's nothing really wrong with the mountain range. I wish it was a little better detailed, but I kind of got like a picture and stuff, and I pretty much made it off of that, which is totally legit. Let's see. I think other than that, I think everything else is okay. It's not one of my better artworks and stuff, but I kind of like it. And by the way, in case you haven't noticed, I'm more better with character designs than background designs, okay? Okay. Snow wants it in the snowy hill. Now, this is one of the ones that I did, I want to say December to January and stuff of January of this year. Um, you pretty much see like a snow wasset, which is a type of cryptid slash mythical creature that's also a fearsome critter, and he's just popping out of the snow, looking very angry. Ooh, look at the angry face. Ooh, scary. Anyways, my inspiration. I was doing a creature of the week segment where I was talking about the snow wasset because I kind of gotten fascinated by it, and I thought, this would be a really cool art stream to work on. So that's what I did. I did a I did a couple of art streams where I draw the snow wasset along with his background and everything, and I think he turned out pretty good. Let's see. Not one of my top favorite ones, but I like this. It's really simple, but it's very effective. Oh, okay. Now, this here is one of my favorite artworks. This is called Terror of the Nuggalafi. Now, we see the terrifying Nuggalafi, which is a demon from Orkney Islands that is said to be a horseman like beast that is completely skinless. The human torso is attached to the back of the horse. The horse it's got a very huge head with one eye, and the eye on this enlarged head is also glowing as well. It's got elongated arms that stretches down to the ground, and it's got a bit of fins on the back of the legs too. Now we see the Nuggalathine coming out of the sea in order to terrorize a village that we don't obviously see on here during the dead of night. So I made this artwork, I want to say a couple of years ago, way before I started doing my streams. And my inspiration of this, I ended up learning about the Nuggalafi because lore wise, I've never really fought against this thing, but real talk, I became fascinated by this demon. It's like very unique, and it's like really powerful creature too. So I decided to draw it. I actually got two versions of this. This is the version that's got the fog, and here's the one without it. And as you can see, I really love the detail that I done with this. Don't mind the background. The rocks are kind of meh, but I absolutely love how I drawn this thing. It looks so cool. It's like sick. Anyways, let's go back to the fog because it actually makes it more ominous right there. What do you guys think? I think it's really good. It's like one of my top favorite artworks that I've done. Anyways, let's go ahead and move away from that. And here's it one more time, just so y'all can see how cool it is. And oh, right, this thing. This is a corn fairy. It's just a fairy-like creature that I came up with that's kind of based off of a corn. I've kind of done a. This was kind of based from my college days, and I was just bored, and I decided to test out the Krita, which is like a art program where I test out the symmetry of it. And I just kind of goofed off, but I ended up creating this thing. And I kind of liked this, so I kind of worked on it more, and that's what I came up with. The Corn Fairy. Nothing too extravagant, nothing too complicated. Just a basic fairy that's kind of cornish. You can make a bunch of corny jokes with this one. Ah? Ah? Okay, I'll stop. Okay, now this is the Kraken versus Sea Serpents. So, as you can see, there is a fierce underwater battle between a giant kraken that is fighting against a school of sea serpents. As you can see, one of them's kind of drawing up some blood. This one's about to attack the tentacle, and a bunch of others end up getting captured by the Kraken as it's trying to strangle them to death. Now, I can't remember what year I made this, but this was pretty much between my VTubing and my art college. And the inspiration, I just wanted to come up with a really cool artwork and about the Kraken, and I thought it would be really cool if this thing was fighting against some sea serpents. And that's what I came up with. Now, of course, one sea serpent wasn't enough, so I was like, I want to do more. So I ended up drawing a whole bunch of sea serpents. And I will admit, this one is also one of my favorites. And it took forever to draw this thing. Like, I really love how I done the skin on the Kraken. And even the texture on the sea serpents as well. I think it turned out pretty good. Let's see. Okay. Now, this one is the Nebula Woman. As you can see, we see this cosmic entity sitting on a star with her hair becoming like a nebula system while surrounded by the universe. Now, I've drawn this thing kind of back in my art college as well because I think it was a project I was supposed to do during life drawing class, but of course I decided to add my own mythical artworks and stuff. And my inspiration just wanted to kind of do my own random shit. I was like, the drawing is too plain. So after I got graded and stuff, I decided to kind of work on it a bit more, and I ended up drawing the Nebula Woman, and I think she turned out pretty good. I think so, at least. And I think it's fine with the censorship. At least I hope. Oh god, I really hope so. Anyways, let's get off of this real quick. Okay, so this artwork is actually based off of an art that I had to do for as a portfolio kind of thing to get accepted into my art college. And it was thanks to this that helped me out to getting into my art career. So this is called The Princess and the Dragons. As you can see, we have a lovely I think I kind of done Chinese, no, an Asian princess, and she's using her spiritual powers in order to call upon three Chinese dragons. Yeah, they're Chinese because I think it's the claws. No, no, they're Japanese. Japanese are the ones with the three clawed dragons. Anyways, we have this green dragon that's coming from the sky. We have this blue dragon coming from one side of a mountain. And then we have this red dragon coming from the other side. Now, this artwork has actually been worked on multiple times. In fact, I think this is like the third time that I worked on this artwork. Mainly because I didn't like how the shadows weren't that in depth. So as you can see, I worked on the shadows on this one really good, and this one as well. This one I kind of left the same because of the kind of like the lightning background, that kind of thing. But I think it turned out pretty good. Now, like I said, I've ended up drawing this thing before college, so this was back in high school kind of deal. And the inspiration for it, I had to do something to really impress the school board in order to get me into it. And this is what I came up with. It was a pencil drawing at first. Then I scanned it and worked on it in Photoshop. Then I did a second work on it. And this is the ending project of it. And I think it turned out really, really good. Oh, and I love how the princess is purple. You know, like my hair. Oh, and we do the twist. Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, this here is the twist. A very terrifying, very mad-inducing demon from the fiery pits of hell. Now, this demon I pretty much drawn last year for Halloween. It was like my Halloween special. And the inspiration, I needed to do a Halloween special, and I ended up coming up with this demon. I even got some lore picked out for him as well. Of course, I won't share anything about that till later on. But as you can see, this demon is called a twist because its body is completely twisted up. Like, it looked like someone just grabbed its whole body and started twisting it like Play-Doh and stuff. Kind of like a dough kind of stuff that's been shaped. As you can see, even its ears and fingers are completely twisted. Let's see. The only thing that isn't really twisted are the eyes and the mouth. But yeah, this is like a really cool and creepy demon, and I'm really glad how it turned out. Also, I love the head slink that it did. Hey, look, I'm doing it too. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can do the creepy smile. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Aren't we alike? Okay, I'll stop. Let's see. I think we got two more. I think. Okay. So this artwork is called Wendigos in the Forest. As you can see, we have a lovely family right here, enjoying themselves in a campfire, where they are starting to cook their marshmallows, unaware of the dangers behind them. As we see, one little, two little, three little Wendigos, giant cannibalistic monsters from native mythologies, as they're coming in with their blood-soaked hands and their mouths, reaching to grab their this family as their next unexpected meals. So this is one of the artworks that I did kind of after college and stuff. Probably, I kind of want to say that this is the last artwork that I did before I decided to do VTubing and stuff. And the inspiration, Wendigos are terrifying creatures. And I ended up learning more of them than I already knew. And it was absolutely terrifying of what they are. So I decided to show that by having these three coming after this family. And as you can see, they're huge suckers. Kind of like Attack on Titan. In the scene of feet of the Jaeger. Ha, 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 ha. The Vida Jaeger. I had to do it. I had to do it. Okay. So, we got that. And this here is the last artwork of my Galleria. And this is called Yuki-onna in the Snow. As you can see, in the dead of night, they're in a hellish blizzard. The Yuki-onna, a Japanese yokai, has come in the presence of a man who she has frozen to death, as he has become her next victim. And as you can see, he's missing an arm because he got frozen solid, like down to the bone. Now, this is another artwork that I did after college and before becoming a VTuber and stuff. And the inspiration for it, I've ended up, I knew about the Yuki-onna and stuff and all that, and I ended up learning more about her, and I really wanted to draw her. So this is what I came up with her, and I think she turned out really, really good. Let's see if I can't do kind of like a zoom in and stuff. There we go. As you can see, I kept the traditional look of her, which is a beautiful woman with a white complexion and black hair and stuff. But I also added my own features, pretty much with the blue lips and the blue eyes and all that stuff. And her kimono dress having a bit of blue with it as well. But yeah, like I said, the inspiration, I just wanted to draw the Yuki Onna and so how terrifying she is. Although the Yuki Onna's got like a complex mythology with her. On one hand, she is seen as a terrifying figure that will lead people to their doom. On the other hand, there are some Yuki Onnas that are said to have like some kind of tragic love relationship with humans. So to me, that shows that there's probably more than one of these uh, female yokais. Guys, do not get any weird ideas. Okay? She will freeze you. It's not worth it. And oh, that's the last one. Alrighty. So, as you can see, I have made a bunch of different artworks throughout the years. Both from even before my college days and up to the day where I am doing art streams as a VTuber. And as you can see, each one is I want to say they're pretty creative. Now, whether they're actually good or not, that depends on the eye of the beholder. I think some of them are pretty good. Others could have been worked on and done a lot better, especially this one. I think this one is my least favorite one of the group. Now, these is just a galleria of my mythological works and stuff. I actually got another galleria where I worked on anime projects. But of course, I don't want to sell that one. Unless gives a lot of views. If this gets a lot of views, like say 30 on Twitch or so, then who knows? I may do a second galleria where I sell my anime projects. So if you guys want to see that one, just watch my streams or hit the like and subscribe button on my YouTube page as well. So with that, we're gonna minus this out. Gonna move myself in the center. Wow, 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 wow. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the artworks that I got right now. And I'm still working on the Kelpie of the Locks art. Although I really need to get back into that. In fact, that's going to be my next art stream that I'm going to do. And I think after that Kelpie art, I got another art project in the works. And I think y'all are really, really going to like it. In fact, I am actually excited to share it myself. In fact, I'm going to give y'all a hint of what it is. It's going to be a mini comic series. And guess what it's going to be revolving around? That's right. It's going to revolve around the adventurer Q and his friends back from the Grand Guard. I am super excited to share it. It's still in the woodworks right now. Of course, by woodworks, it means just me working on it by myself. Kind of sad. But they're basically short comics, like 10 panels worth. Nothing too extreme, just kind of to throw in like some missions and stuff back when I was like a F to sea rank adventurer. Nothing too big or anything. So I am excited for that. You know, my hint actually ended up telling a whole bunch of things. But anyways, I don't I don't exactly know when I will get it released. I'm actually gonna work on it during some art streams as well. Like, I'm probably gonna do like a whole new thing on YouTube where I'm just gonna be showing myself working on the mini comics and stuff. Now, of course, I'm not gonna do it stream by stream. I'm gonna work on it off stream as well, just so I can get it released faster. And I am gonna share it on my X page and on my Reddit as well. Which, yes, I do got a Reddit now. Well, actually, I had a Reddit a while ago, but I haven't got around to really sharing it because, you know, I don't got really anything to show for it. Anyways, let's see, got the Kelpie thing, got the comic thing. Um, I think for some other artworks, I may work on some more fake mons. and do some more Grand Guards because I still got a few characters or so on that as well. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the art stream. And I think for the next stream I'm gonna do, it's probably gonna be Monday night, because unfortunately I have work from early in the morning, so I can't do a stream tomorrow night. Sad. However, I got some good news. I'm actually taking a short vacation, a 6-day kind of thing, and I'm gonna try to do all the streaming I can do. I might even do like 2 streams during a couple of nights as well. So I hope you guys are super excited for that, because I know I am. God, that's horrible. Hang on, let me do it. Because I know I am. There we go. That is a lot better. So, I think that's pretty much it. So with all that out of the way, thank you all for coming on this grand art galleria. I hope you all had as much fun as I did. We got to see some of my old artworks, some of my new artworks, and talk about potential artworks that are coming up in the future. And if you wish to see a galleria of this, especially the anime one, just watch me on Twitch or check me out on YouTube, and also check out my Twitter page as well. And with that, I bid this show adieu. So see you guys. Bye. So long. Okay, see ya. Bye bye.